Good evening. It's like 8 p.m. at this point. I'm still in my work clothes. Haven't changed out of anything. Today was a lot. You know, it doesn't really matter, like my day-to-day, I guess, like at my job, like if I'm looking good or not. You know, I need to look presentable and like hygienic, but otherwise, I really don't do a lot to look very good at work. And especially after like having a day like today where I'm kind of sick and my car is still broken, work was really stressful. Worrying about the way I look isn't a priority. However, when I can throw on a face, things start to feel a little bit better. I really haven't had the time to doll myself up or, I don't know, feel just like cute in the last couple days. And it's a shallow necessity, but it's like, I want to look good right now. And it's 8 p.m. and I'm gonna go to bed by 10 p.m. most likely. But I want to look cute. My skin is relatively clear, which is another big perk. I mean, I literally just now picked up my face a little bit. Nothing too bad, okay? But I feel like this is peak skin activity right now, and I wanna seize that. So, makeup tutorial. This is that Pink Kitty Meow Meow. This is Kitty Princess Meow Meow Pink 500 Wowza. I was gonna say wow wow. Pink Kitty Meow Meow Wow Wow Pink 500 Makeup Princess Icon Girl makeup. For when you're feeling that way, when you're feeling like you just need to feel good, like pow, face. So this is just a kind of makeup that it just brings out your inner glow, your inner princess kitty queen. It's light, it's feminine, it's easy. First step for me is to not be in this outfit. I'm gonna brush my hair and then we're gonna get into it. And I'll show you how I make myself feel like a pretty princess queen, or whatever I said initially, like the first 500 times when I was meowing or something. Let's sparkle. Okay, I tested out this angle and I think it's fine for now. First things I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put some moisturizer on my face. I don't know where my like normal facial moisturizer is right now. Oh wait, I'm lying to you. Lying to you again, part 2. Okay, just a little bit of moisturizer. I'm really use this like thick moisturizing cream. Just rubbing it on my face. Also, before I do anything else, I'm putting on Vaseline. This is like a rosy pink one, rosy lips for soft pink lips, because we're, you know, pink meow meow. Do I think that this Vaseline makes my lips pinker? No, I don't. I don't know, but it's beautiful. It's like pretty, it's pink. Now I'm so hydrated. Dewy. So, first thing I'm gonna do, what do I do normally? If I was getting ready to go out. If I was getting ready to really go out, do you know what I would do? First thing I would do is I would take some kind of palette. This is a Morphe, what is this? Morphe 39S, which is crazy. Okay, this looks insane. This wasn't my fault either, actually. But anyway, I've got this palette. It's like mostly pink. I don't know where my other makeup palettes are that have like a more appropriate kind of tone going on, but this is fine because it still has the browns that I want to use. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm taking, okay. Taking this angled brush, it's really like, it's not high quality, it's not like a nice thing, I have no idea, it doesn't have a brand, it doesn't have anything going on about it, no distinguishing factors, okay? Doesn't matter, it's angled, which is what we want because I want to be able to get into my eye just a little bit more to pack on a very precise amount, you know? You want to keep your hand like at the very end of it, keep it like a little looser, like with your wrist, you know? Taking my brush, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do the very light brown in here. So I'm gonna do this one. Can you see that? Do I know what color that is? No, sorry. But I'm gonna tap it, get rid of the dust, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press it right, oh God, right on my lash line, like really right where my eyelashes are like stuck into my eyelid. You know what I mean? Right there. Not like above it, like literally in that like thin space, you know? Do you see, like, I don't even, like, it's like slightly darker there. That's what I'm trying to do. My lash line goes down, like I have very round eyes, and honestly, I think like they go down a little bit. That's okay. What I'm doing though is I'm going where I see my bottom lash line coming up, but not all the way up. Just a very soft kind of steadily angling it to go through. You know, kind of meeting my two lash lines in a very happy medium place. So taking the same light brown and just like extending it out in that area. Just start blending that back into the actual lash line, just really softly. You don't want it to look like there's really a wing here, you know? You just want it to look like your eye just naturally is like a little darker right there. And then just kind of like fluff it out, honestly, like very tip of the brush, just kind of flicking it up a little bit. So currently, just have this very soft like definition of my outer eye. Same thing for the other side, let's go. Meow. Okay, if you take your time with that, which I like kind of did just now, you'll get like a barely there looking kind of like wing. And so the next thing I do though to make it like actually define my eyeballs just a little bit more is I am gonna take a black eyeliner. This one is from Lamel? Hello? I don't know. Lamel? I have no idea. I think I got this in like, you know, CVS or something. Do I love it? No. It smears, it doesn't keep up really, and I don't like this kind of applicator. That's okay, you know, adapt and overcome, except I'm gonna complain about it. So gonna take this, and what I'm gonna do is I'm basically creating just like a very final, like almost just like additional eyelash at the end of my eye, like drawing on almost like a spare eyelash. It's gonna be a wing still, obviously, with the eyeliner, but it's just kind of giving like a final illusion of like a flick of like the direction your lashes are going, I guess. And then like just a little tiny bit of definition to the outer corner or like the lash line again. And before I even start, reminder for myself, whenever I'm doing a wing like this, I don't go in like the center kind of edge of my eye. Like I don't go into the corner where my lash lines are meeting. Like I don't start the wing from there. For me, that's not helpful, and it usually makes my wings look deflated and kind of just too blocky and stiff. So instead I go slightly above it. Like I'm trying to kind of elevate my lash line from like here to like here, you know, just a little bit. So hopefully I can execute this well, so I can like actually show you what that means. So low-key I messed it up, and I always mess it up, but I know you're not supposed to like smudge it or whatever, but it's really hard with like specific eyeliner applications to get the like thinness that like I want. I like to have something that looks like it's like ombreing out, you know, like fading on the way out. Honestly, no shame in like doing a bit of the wing, and at the very end of it just kind of like I kind of over exaggerate like the curl or the direction that I want my eyelashes to be going in, or that I want my eye to be going in. Just I feel like it helps pick up that section of my eyelashes because they naturally go down. I don't feel like it looks that good though until I put on mascara. So I'm gonna do the other side and then add some mascara. Okay, this other one is like low-key kind of janky, but at the same time kind of better. I don't really know. Also, what's going on here? Okay, next thing I'm doing is mascara. So I do use this like CoverGirl Clean Lash. This was like the cheapest thing I could find at the time. I honestly like it a lot though. Not to be bad for feminism with like, I don't know, is clean girl bad for feminism? I just kind of feel like low-key it is, but not like explicitly on the surface level. Like, I went to liberal arts college, so it's like everything is anti-feminist always. Everything's anti-everything, honestly. Just like when you have that kind of mindset, you know, it's like. But the way I apply my mascara is doing it only on the very ends of my lashes. So I start at the very tips of them. I kind of start in the middle, go to the very inner corner and just try to like flick them up. I close my eye on them and just kind of like try to like curl them back basically. And for me, I feel like not doing it at the root helps to not make it look so clumpy. Maybe it's this applicator itself, but I noticed that I didn't like when my mascara was coating my lash line because it was just this like black, you know, pigment. And my eyelashes aren't naturally black. They're like, you know, dark brown, I guess. And so like, but even that minimal like color change, like it's still noticeable in a way, like it's still like unnatural looking for me, I feel like, at least with my coloring. I think this application is better for what I got going on. Anyway, so just kind of on the ends of the lashes there, really like fluff around my eyelashes for a little bit until I get them spaced the way I want, long in the way that I want, and like, I don't know, giving the overall like eye shape that I'm looking for. I like the eyelashes looking separate, so I work really hard at just like, and I, again, like going on the edge of my eyelashes like feels better for that. There are my lashes, boom, 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 boom. This is boom, this eye, boom, this one. I don't know. I always feel like that works so well. Next eye, boom. So see, this like hides the wing. Like it hides like the, like it just looks like an eyelash to me. So minimal. Love it. Okay, what's next? I do my concealer next in this step of things. My concealer, I actually am a fan of. I just refreshed it though. So it's like, I really have to like work with it now. Like whenever this gets down to like a sparse version of itself, it's like perfect and awesome. Right now it's a little like I gotta really blend it, you know? I use this Physicians Formula Butter Glow Concealer. And yeah, I use it in the color Fair to Light. Yeah. Okay, so what I do, a little concealer kind of like right on the line of where my skin is like concaving into my eye sockets. So I know this looks like I'm putting on like a minimal amount, but like it's just thick, okay? Take my gross beauty blender, my gross ass beauty blender, and I'm gonna just like initially work the concealer straight into that meeting point of like where my eye changes into my cheek. And then underneath, and I just kind of do like one big like boom, 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 boom to get across like the underneath of the eye. I've seen some people, like I know some people just do like corner and then outer and then kind of barely do the middle bit. And like, I guess that's what I'm doing. Like I'm barely hitting that. I can't avoid it entirely because whenever I do the just like here look, it doesn't look good on me. Maybe I'm not blending it well. But anyway, I do it under the full thing a little bit, focusing more on blending it out here, trying to like eliminate a harsh line, and then using it on the outer edge to clean up the makeup that I did. And then again, kind of extending things up. One time I saw Alex Consani say something about keeping this area, like underneath your eye, like lighter, like free of makeup or whatever, keeping it clear. And I think about that every time I do my makeup now. I'm blending it kind of down a little bit on my cheek, a tiny bit, putting it on my nose a little bit, and then also extending it up and a little under my eyebrow. Just a little bit. Okay, and then if you get concealer on your under eyelashes, like literally I just kind of like grab up, like I just like get off, kind of brush it off a little bit, clean them off. Boom. Okay. See, I can tell, like whenever I add the concealer is when it starts to feel like. And then guess what? I don't do anything to my eyebrows. I just never feel like any eyebrow product I use is great. And it's even if I just like gel them. I don't like the way it looks. If it gets like white, if it gets glossy, if it looks stuck. I don't really like that. So lately, I've just kind of been leaving my eyebrows as is. I pluck them, I make them a little bit thinner, and I kind of like, every now and then I will do a soap brow. I'll take a soap bar. Honestly, like, I don't really need to do that. I feel fine. So I leave them lighter, and I honestly feel like it makes my face look a little brighter. Next thing, another Physicians Formula win, okay? So this is, I think, another new thing. Like, I just saw this in like CVS the other day and was like, yes. So it's called their Diamond Filler Mineral Wear Cheek and Lip Color. I think it's new. This color is Brilliant Peach. The swatch that they had of it at the store was like the exact kind of color I've been looking for. Like, I wanted something a little pinker, a little brighter, a little warmth to it, something that would just make me look a little flushed. And I honestly feel like it's like, this is exactly what I was looking for. Like, I don't apply it straight on because it's kind of a lot, but I take my finger, get a little bit of this, and then I put it on like the scent, like I look like Padme a little bit, right? Very center, right? And then I kind of like circle it out, but I keep it very focused, honestly, in this like circular area, and I kind of put it up a tiny bit, but I just kind of like work it in here, and spread the wealth around on both cheeks. Because this is like right where I flush. So I'm almost creating like, I don't know, this feels like an ancestral way of putting on blush. I can kind of bring it up a little bit over my nose. I take a little bit more, put it on the tip of my nose a little bit more, and drag it up. I don't like an entirely red nose though, so I might take like my blender again and just like redefine it. Because I don't want it to act entirely as contour. I just kind of want it to be creating a more uniform like pink across my face. And I take a tiny, tiny bit and I put it right here, like not quite like in the crease of my eye, but like right where it's again like in a transition point. And yeah, I just kind of put that on the outer bit. I put it a little bit on the lid. And we're gonna come back to this later, but now I wanna do my highlight. Only gonna do a minimal amount of highlight, basically just on my eyes, maybe a little on my nose. Taking like a tiny little brush like this. This is a Morphe brush I have. What does it say? Morphe M213. For those who wanna know. I don't know. Anyway, and then I go back into my Morphe 39S palette. I'm gonna do this guy. I'm gonna do this one right here. Wait, did I show you the right one? This one? Did I show you that one? This one. It's this one. These eyeshadows are kind of weird, honestly. I don't think they pick up that great. I don't know. We're gonna see. I haven't used it in a while, but I'm gonna apply this right on the inner corner. So we'll see. Using like the smallest, thinnest amount ever, I kind of went in and then like packed it onto this like front arch of my eyelid, and then barely kind of like diffused it down to just kind of give myself like a light shimmery glow, a light shimmery pink glow. Like I tilt my head up to fully see it right, but I start about here where like the tear duct is, and I come up where I have this kind of inner, natural inner highlight. I'm just working into like the natural lines of my face most of the time with this, like just going right above, right below. Like if you just like take a second to look at what's going on with your face, where it creases, where it transitions into things, it's so much easier to apply makeup in like an effective location. And then again, just like taking the brush and very lightly kind of pulling it down onto, well, just a little bit more of the eyelid. La la la. Yeah. So this just kind of gives a little bit more of a sparkle. And you could put some, like sometimes I put some on the very bottom lash line as well, which also helps kind of open the eyes. Like I just put it just like kind of more at the front, the center, like to inner corner region. And then turning my head, packing it on a little bit more in this corner. La la la, la 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 la. Beautiful. This creates just like this super soft, just like, okay, got that on my eye. I'm gonna do a little bit more of the same kind of highlight, just a little bit on my nose. I definitely love a nose highlight, but again, I just want it to look like my pores, like in the way that I sweat, is like pink and glittery. Like it's just supposed to give that vibe, that like the natural oils of my face, the way that I hormonally excrete is pink. Again, finding ways to make it look diffuse, disperse it, just a glow, you know? Put it on like the side of my nose a little bit, where like the natural lighting will kind of give me a highlight. La 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 la. And like sculpt it a little bit just to be skinnier. Okay, low-key, that might have been a little too much. Whenever I feel like it's like too much on the center of my nose, I honestly pull it, like I do more, you know? Like I pull it up between my eyebrows into like the center of them. Cause then now there's more of a glow up here, which pulls focus away from all the craziness on the bridge. Pink. I always am taking looks in like various mirrors and lighting setups to see like how harsh it looks in one setting versus another, you know, because every now and then like this might look like normal and diffuse in here, and then I get in there and it's just like boom, pack of pink pigment on the nose. Okay, so now my lips are very hydrated. Still, I'm gonna go back in with the Physicians Formula Diamond Filler, and again just take like my finger, take some of this off the top, putting it on my bottom and my top lip, just kind of in the center initially. And then what I'm doing is I'm just like poofing it around on my lips basically. See, this color is beautiful. Initially when I put it on, I was like, that's pink. Like I forgot that I like wanted it to be pink, but it's like, this is the exact color I've been looking for. And then I go, like I'm not really overlining it, but I'm like smudging it a little bit, like just a tiny bit, like where again, my lip is transitioning into like just my chin skin. I'm just like, again, trying to like blur the edges of my face. And then like, trying to get the, because when like a pink lipstick gets on your teeth, like, ugh. Honestly, that's it. That's the look. Can you see me? I saw this hack one time, you've probably, like everybody's probably seen it, but when there's like extra like product like on your under eyes, like taking a tiny brush and like rolling it on those like creases or whatever. I believe in that. I'm a believer 1000%. And then boom, I don't put anything else on. And if I was going out, like maybe I would try to do something to make this more long lasting, but like I don't have like a setting spray or anything, so this is just like gonna be how it looks. I want it to look wet, dewy, glowy, misty, beautiful, meow meow kitty princess mix. Ooh. But anyway, so this is just kind of like, you can still see like I didn't put any concealer on my acne. There's that really angry pimple that I'm talking about that was literally leaking during this. So this is what I mean. This is a look that's like not like makeup, but it's like very much like, don't I look so much more refreshed? Don't I look a little bit happier? A little bit more interested in the world around me? A little more inspired and maybe a little more joyful because of it, rather than feeling depleted and down. And like, I'm not gonna do my hair or anything. Going for like an Anne Boleyn royal regality fair maiden sort of look. You know, really like embracing getting rid of the bangs, bringing out the forehead, embracing my natural hair color, my natural face shape that resembles Anne Boleyn's, who everyone knows was the hottest of the Henry wives. That's the journey, that's the truth that I'm on. So this is the look for today, captured on my iPhone. I hope it was helpful for just some like general makeup tips if you're into that. If I want to do makeup and I just want to feel good, this look always gets me there. I always accomplish what I need to accomplish with this. I feel naturally beautiful and I don't ever feel like I'm needing anybody else's approval with looking like this. I don't ever worry that I'm looking bad, both because I feel good and also because I don't really expect anybody to look at me and be like, she's wearing makeup to look pretty. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes when you put on a full face look, it's like, I feel like people always think that that makeup is like for the whole external world, that it's for everybody else to take a look at and think that looks good. They think that the matter of assessment falls on them when really it's like about how you're trying to feel like internally or whatever. It's not a good match sometimes when you do a lot of makeup to try to make yourself feel good and it doesn't make you feel good, and then now you're like, and everybody knows I'm wearing makeup and they're thinking about it. No, I don't know. That's how I think. Maybe it's not the best way to think, I don't know. But anyway, if you don't want to really be someone that's like, I wear makeup, then you can do this kind of lighter, airier, whatever look. It's easy. It doesn't really require much time. If I needed to do this quickly, this could be done in under 20 minutes. But anyway, hope you enjoyed. Live for yourself and feel beautiful for yourself. Live your pink pretty live your pretty princess, I don't know. Live your life for you. You know, sweat pink sparkles for you. All right, that's it. Hope you liked it. Be sure to like and subscribe, please. I like when you show me that you like me. Hee hee. I am not immune to wanting approval. Anyway, that's the video. Talk to y'all later. Meow.